kindergartners, first graders, second graders, and third graders. Welcome to Occupational Therapy. This is the session we will be doing the week of January 18th. There is no school on the 18th due to Martin Luther King Day, but we will see you on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we're going to start off with bin number 1. We have a new hand warm-up this week. And all you need is a deck of cards. So hopefully everybody has a deck of cards at home. If not, if I see you at school, if you're attending in person, I will have a deck of cards to do this activity this week. So you want to have a grown-up shuffle the cards to make sure they're all mixed up. And if you don't have regular playing cards, you can use Uno cards or cards that have 2 different colors. So we're going to have a red card pile and a black card pile. And then we're going to take the rest of our deck and put it down in the middle. And the 2 outer cards are going to be face up. So you have a red pile and a black pile on each side. And then as fast as you can, you're going to take a card off the top, look at the color, and put it in the pile that matches that color. So this is red. It's going to go over here. Pull another one up. Oh, I got another red one. I got a black. It's a joker, actually. Red, black, 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 and red. So you can do that for about 15 seconds. And the way I like to do it is I like to do this for 15 to 20 seconds and time it with my students to see how many cards they can sort in a 20-second period or a 15-second period. And then we try to beat that score. So we make a game out of it. So if you guys want to go ahead and shuffle your cards, I'll do this with you in case you're working with me. I'm going to shuffle my cards. So let's make sure we have a red pile. And let's look for a black card here. I didn't shuffle very good. And a black card. So when I say ready, set, go, as fast as you can, I'm going to set my timer here. I want you to sort the cards with me. So we're going to do it for 15 seconds. Ready, set, go. Black, black, red, black, black, red, red, black, stop. And we're going to count the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going to take away the 2 I had down, so I did 8 cards. I think I could beat that score next time, so we will see. So you guys could have fun with that, and that's a great activity for visual motor skills and reaching and grasping. So I do love that activity as a hand warm-up. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do coloring and cutting. So we're going to take away a writing demand and just work on holding the pencil the right way. And then I have a writing activity for you. If you guys are working on keeping your letters on the line or forming your letters, this is an opportunity to do that. So we are going to color first. And what I want you to do at home is take your old crayons and just break some of them. So I keep this container, broken crayons, these little crayons. Or I just break my crayons in half. So I like these fat crayons too that you can break. Those are great. And the reason we do this is to encourage an efficient writing grasp. So if you don't have this long crayon shaft to wrap your whole hand around and color like this, then you're going to hold this little crayon with just the tips of your fingers. And it kind of forces that radial grasp that we need to hold a pencil the right way. And then we're going to color in the lines, so we work on our visual motor skills. And again, we're practicing grasping without having to worry about writing. So I'm going to go ahead and color this top shape here, and I'm going to color it blue. It's like a turquoise. I love this color. It's like the color of the ocean. So what I want to work on is coloring all of the white. So make sure you cover all the white. You're going to work on holding your paper down with your non-dominant hand. You can see my left hand is holding the paper down. A lot of times I see kids like this and the paper's going all over the place. So we really want to do that bilateral integration, or bringing two hands together to perform a task. And I just read how bilateral integration affects feeding skills. So kids who do not have good bilateral integration might even have trouble chewing their food. I thought that was interesting. So I am holding my crayon the right way, coloring in the lines, covering all the white. And you can see where this strengthens your hand, because even my hand is getting tired and I color all the time. So I'm going to pick a different color for the bottom. I'm going to pick orange. It's like a light orange. And we can actually work on shapes too. So if you guys are learning shapes, if you're in kindergarten or even older and you're still working on your shapes, we can reinforce that this is a rectangle and trace it with our finger, and trace the half circle with our finger. But make sure you color in the lines. I colored both of my shapes, and you can see that I drew this and I provided very bold lines for cutting. So kids who have trouble cutting on the line do much better when you bolden the line. They can see it and it's wider, so they're less likely to go off the line. So we're going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm going to cut this out so you guys can kind of see. If you can't cut a shape yet and you're just working on straight lines, you can just cut on the straight lines and have a grown-up help you cut the curves. You want to focus too on, for our kids who are more advanced at cutting, rotating the paper for cutting. That is something that is hard for a lot of kids. They end up cutting around the shape without moving their non-dominant hand. Cut a half a circle, and we're going to cut a rectangle. The other thing I see is kids holding the top of the paper like this to cut. Really want to encourage keeping the hands close together so that you have stability for cutting shapes. Oops, turn the paper. And it's okay if we go off the line sometimes. We can always fix it. And we cut our two shapes, and we're going to glue them to a piece of construction paper. So I'm going to pick purple, and I'm going to put my hat together so that it looks like a hat. My two shapes together so that it looks like a hat. And you guys can pause this video and you can work on visual spatial skills by having your child match their shapes to mine to make a hat. It's positioned in space. And then we're going to glue. So once we have them in the right spot, we can turn them over and glue the back. And we'll glue the rectangle. Push it down, make it stick. And then you'll need cotton balls. If you have the bigger cotton balls, you just need one. I have little cotton balls, so I'm going to rip up two, and we'll work on that hand strength and pincer grasp. Again, rip, rip, rip. Make a nice pile of cotton for a pom-pom on your hat. So we're going to get some glue. I think I threw my glue back in here. I did. And we're going to, if you need an X for glue, if your child doesn't know where to put glue, just make an X right up here. And we'll put some glue there. And push on the pom-pom. And then we don't want to forget to write our names. We have to write our names on our work. All great artists sign their work. So we're going to make a writing line for your name. And you guys can write your name while I write mine. If you're tracing dots for your name, try to stay on the dots like a train on the track. And we have another winter craft. You're all done with that. You guys did such a great job. And I'm going to hold up the poem. I'll read it to you first. It's called Hats. I see one hat. I see two. Hats of red and hats of blue. I see 3 hats. I see 4. The cat took my hats and walked out the door. So you guys can copy that. I'm going to hold it here. Or you can have mom and dad write it first, and then you can copy it. Some of these letters look a little close together. It might be my printer. I'm going to make sure that this is on the email and an attachment to you if you want to reprint it or pull it up on your screen. Don't forget your word spacing. So you guys can put a finger down, write a word, put your finger down, write a word, put your finger down this way, and leave spaces between your words. I love using graph paper, 1/2-inch graph paper. Each box gets a letter, and then you can leave an empty box between each word. And I love working with Hi-Write paper, HI-WRITE, and it's paper with highlighted writing lines. It's a visual boundary for letters, so if your child writes with really large letters, all you have to do is tell them to stay in the yellow, and it is very helpful for letter sizing. So you can pause the screen if you need more time. We're going to move on to shoe tying, and I just have to tell everybody how happy I am that so many of you have learned how to tie your shoes this school year. So I'll go over the adapted shoe tying method. Make sure you have a top hole empty on each side of your shoe. Take that little plastic end and plug in the hole to make a loop or a bunny ear. We'll do it on the other side too. And then remember, bring your laces up, pinch them in the middle, make the letter X or X, save that little triangle underneath, take the lace that's behind or closer to your body, push it down through the front, pinch and pull, bring them back up, pinch in the middle, make an X, save that space underneath, push down through the tunnel, pinch and pull. And you did it. So I'm going to teach you the regular way to tie too, the traditional way to tie. So in case you prefer this, pull your laces up and make an X. Look for the X. Emphasize looking for the X and this little triangle under here. Take the lace that's behind, push it down through the front and pull. And I'm going to tie a knot over here just so you guys can do that too. Make sure there's a knot in this side. One bunny ear. Take that knot, fly around the bunny ear, push it down through the tunnel, grab that knot, pinch and pull. And that knot acts as a visual cue point for tying. So I will do that one more time. Pull your laces up, crisscross, pull them up again, look for the X, down through the tunnel, one bunny ear, take that knot, call it a spaceship for some of the kids, fly around the bunny ear, push that knot down through the tunnel, and pull. And you tied your shoe. Thank you for joining. I love working with you all, and I appreciate you watching this video and doing everything you do at home to help your child meet their goals. Have a great rest of your day.